Alright, listen up. This is important. First round of a final of the second leg of a YouTube Cup final. We're going to play a shotgun formation with a nickel and dime on the top here, outputting to the subscriber count. We've got likes and dislikes playing on substitutions, and then suggested videos playing a long ball to monetization, which will hopefully play the offside trap to the notification bell. You get all that?
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
If you're going to use a prop, you might as well milk it for all it's worth. Hello, my name is Rob. Welcome to vidIQ, the YouTube tool and channel that educates you on your YouTube journey. And in this series, we're charting that success throughout 2019. Our aim is to help you get more views and more subscribers to ultimately grow your channel. To watch the full plethora of videos in this series, click on the link over here. And if you enjoy this series, don't forget to subscribe to vidIQ for all of the awesome content we put out every single week. There's some graphics appearing, some subscribe buttons, just click on them, yeah? Good. Strategy note to self, more enthusiasm when asking people to subscribe. And if you think I can write that fast, alright then, let's get to the important stuff. In the first couple of videos in this series, we've been talking about how you should just start making videos, hashtag press record. Get something out there, gain some experience, start your channel just so that you have an understanding of the very basics, the fundamentals of what goes into a channel and a YouTube video. But eventually, you're going to need a channel strategy in place to attract an audience, build a community and sustain the channel in the long run so you don't run out of ideas and burn out. So let's take a look at where you should start. Alright, I've got a little challenge for you, and this may take a while, but it's really worth doing to try and identify your target audience. If you were to pick out one ideal viewer in the world, who would they be? And answer the following questions. What gender are they? How old are they? What's their occupation? What is their main interest in life? What are they trying to learn? What are they trying to fix? What is the one thing they are struggling with? Essentially, what I'm asking you to do here is profile your ideal viewing candidate. And there's two reasons for doing that. The first reason is to get you into the mindset of what's in it for the viewer, not what's in it for you and your channel. Let's be honest about this. When you watch somebody's content for the first time, you don't care about that somebody because you know nothing about that somebody. That somebody has to first provide value to you, the viewer, before they are willing to invest back into the somebody who eventually becomes a name at some point. This is what I like to refer to as the trust factor, and we'll talk a lot more about this in a future video about how to get more subscribers. The second reason for doing this is that the vast majority of you will realize that you're profiling yourself. More often than not, what you like watching on YouTube is going to end up being similar to what you end up creating on YouTube. And it may be that you enjoy several different topics that identify with different demographics on YouTube. From politics to soccer, from wrestling to video games, but strip all of that away until you have one specific answer to every single question that I've asked and other questions that come up in your head about how to profile your ideal viewer. Ultimately, the goal of this exercise is to have as much of this as possible. Call it your channel focus, call it your niche, call it your niche, call it your niches. That one ideal viewer that you've just profiled, you want to make videos that target that person time and time again. As I said earlier, you might have all of these different little interests, but this is the one that you know most about, and this is the one your audience expects when you create content. Concentrate on this topic, whatever it is. Let me give you a couple of great examples. We did a case study on a channel which had no direction. They're doing prank videos and then exposés on different YouTubers and a couple of gaming videos, and they were getting a few hundred views. And then they changed their attention to one particular topic on a particular game, and that was how to increase frames per second on the game called Fortnite. And when they concentrated on that one topic and produced video after video, they went from hundreds of views per video to thousands, if not tens of thousands of views per video. If you want to watch this case study, click on screen now. Want another example of channel focus? You've got it. I used to run a technology channel, and when I focused on the one particular topic of how to record your iPhone screen, my views again went from hundreds to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. And if you search for VGJ Felix iPhone screen recording, you can take a look for yourself. You will find that most successful channels started with one focus, and over time they built up value with their audience who put trust into the video creator who could then take them onto other topics. Let's look at it from this weird Rob Wilson point of view. When people line up at a bus stop, they're lining up for a particular bus to take them to a particular destination. And if they get on that bus every single day, they may get to know the driver, and they may get friendly with the driver. And at some point, they may build up a friendship with them to a point where, hey, I go to this location every single weekday, but I want to go somewhere else at the weekend, and you know what? I'd like that bus driver to take me there because I enjoy their company. Does that work as an analogy of a YouTube channel? We understand that your channel focus can be very difficult to define at the start of your YouTube journey, which is another reason why you should be experimenting as much as possible as early as possible. Through this, you'll get a flavour of the type of videos you enjoy making and the topics you enjoy talking about, as well as how your audience reacts to it. This process could take one video, it could take 5 videos, it could take 50 videos, it could take 500 videos before you really know what your focus is on your channel, and that's fine. Remember what we said in the how to start your YouTube channel video? Patience. And just one more thing, what is your channel focus if you're a vlogger? And I think the best answer I can give you is storytelling. You have the unenviable task of getting the audience to place value in you within seconds of meeting you. And that's done through an emotional connection, which is ultimately storytelling. Good luck with that. You know what we do here on the vidIQ channel, right? We educate video creators, i.e. you, on their YouTube journey. That is currently our elevator pitch. You can call this your value proposition, or you can pose it as a question. Who should be watching and why? For the 2 examples we've already looked at, the elevator pitch might be, I want to help gamers improve the performance of Fortnite on their PC, and I want to help iPhone and iPad owners record their screens. But those elevator pitches probably don't go far enough, and they don't really talk about the why. They talk about the who and the what. So let's go back to that first example. A video creator is making content that helps PC users improve the performance of Fortnite on their PCs. But the question is why? And I think the answer is if the game performance is improved, that allows a player to improve their own performance. So I came up with the value proposition of improve the game, level up your skills. Example 2, showing people how to record their iPhone screens. But why? Well, once people know how to record their iPhone screens, they're going to want to do something with these recordings. That means sharing it somewhere, so I came up with a value proposition, record Apple, share your moments. Yeah, that's my effort of drawing a little apple. Now I know these value propositions are flaky at best because I've spent 5 minutes coming up with them. So here are some good examples from some industry leading channels. Tim Schmoyer and his Video Creators TV value proposition is certainly one of the best in the business. Master YouTube tells you the who and the what. Spread Your Message tells you the why. The ultimate guide to growing your following and making money as a video influencer. Sean Cannell and Benji Travis over at Video Influencers leave you in no doubt as to what their channel is all about. But in some rare cases, your value proposition can be summed up in a single word. Evan Carmichael wants you to believe. And now it's back over to you folks for another exercise you can do in the comments below. What is the value proposition of your channel? The who, the what, and most importantly, the why. Try and keep it to 10 words or less, and I'll be looking through those comments and giving you feedback as soon as I can. You see what I did there? I wrote consistency 3 times. I've also got to remember to rub this out straight away because the dry erase ink still marks this board for some reason. I've got a question for regular followers of vidIQ. Do you know how often we post videos? We don't share this information on our channel banner in the about section of our channel, in video descriptions, and I don't tell you what the schedule is on videos themselves, but we post videos on Monday, generally at around 8 AM Pacific Standard Time, and we do a live stream every Tuesday at 11 AM, and then we have other videos spread across the week whenever we feel it's necessary or if it's a trending topic. But the key schedule that we hold is a Monday and a Tuesday. And now you're probably thinking, oh yeah, there's always something from vidIQ at the beginning of the week. So we stick to a consistent schedule with bonuses on top. Also, you know that when you watch a vidIQ video, it's going to be something about growing your channel, getting more views, getting more subscribers, how to do something on YouTube. All of our content surrounds the YouTube universe. So in summary, we have a consistent posting schedule and we have a consistent focus on the topics that we cover here at vidIQ. You want to make a promise, written down or not, to both yourself and your audience about when you're going to post videos and what they are generally going to be about. Now, how I recommend doing that is working to 80% of your maximum YouTube capacity. In other words, if you could publish 4 videos a week, aim to publish 3 videos a week, and then you always have a bit of leeway for when life gets in the way. If you make 4 videos a week, then consider one of them perhaps an experimental one. You can cover a slightly different topic to what your audience is used to, or a different video style, something that gains experience for you as a video creator and sustains you creatively. Be bigger, be better, be different. Have I spelled that right? This is the unspoken question that you may never hear but is always asked, and you need to try and answer as soon as you start your channel. Why should I watch your video? And YouTube's algorithm is asking a similar question. Why should we promote your content? Let's start with the bigger principle first. When I had a tech channel, I was trying to find ways of making my tutorials more appealing to viewers. And when I saw video creators doing 10 tips on a Galaxy S8, I thought, let's go bigger than this, let's go much bigger, let's do 150 tips on the Galaxy S8. And I thought, if I'm going to do a camera guide on the Galaxy S8, I'm not just going to cover a couple of tips, I'm going to give people a comprehensive user guide. So I did 40 tips on the camera. Because those videos were huge, they got massive watch time. YouTube loves that. And so they promoted my videos more. If you search for Galaxy S8 tips on YouTube, you should find 2 of my videos towards the top of the list, both with close to 1 million views. So that's one strategy if you can work it into your channel focus. Now let's move on to the better principle, and we're going to use Ninja as an example. He had a phenomenal 2018, crushing 20 million subscribers and gaining at least 50 million subscribers in that year alone. The question is, why do so many people watch Ninja on YouTube? And the answer is simple. He is one of the best Fortnite players in the world. You can only find that level of skill on a select few YouTube channels. And with his daily posting schedule, that helped propel him into the stratosphere. And if you want to know more about how he is so successful, we've done a case study on Ninja. Do check it out. There is a link on screen now. Being bigger can take up a lot of time, energy, and resources. Being better can take years of practice. But you can always and instantly be different. Being different means providing something new and intriguing to the YouTube audience. And there's also a lot less competition as well if you're completely different to anyone else. I want to ask you a slightly strange Rob Wilson question. Would you prefer to fish in the ocean where there's an abundance of fish, but there's also lots of other boats trying to catch that fish? Or would you prefer your own little lake where there's a lot less fish, but there's only you fishing there? If you have something of value that you can share that nobody else in the world can reproduce, you've hit the jackpot. And this goes back to finding your niche, your own little corner on YouTube, which you can dominate and become the authority on. We don't expect you to have your channel strategy locked down within the first week of you starting your YouTube channel. Think of it as a kind of business plan. The only difference being is that you start the business first and then you write the plan as you shape your business. I don't know, is that terrible business advice? Yeah, probably. But I will go back to this point. Gaining experience on YouTube is more valuable than anything else right now, and it will help shape the future of your channel. One last thing I want you to consider in your channel strategy. Don't forget you in the strategy. Some people describe this as being uniquely you. Define yourself as a video creator, and people will either gravitate towards it or they will despise it. One way or the other, they'll have an opinion, and that's better than no opinion at all. By now, you're probably getting a flavour of who I am on vidIQ and how I present my videos. You can either like it or you don't. All I'm interested in is the people who are still watching right now, and thank you very much for that. If you want to watch more from this Grow Your YouTube Channel in 2019 series, click on the playlist here. If you want to watch more of our vidIQ content, we'll have a video down here. We'll see you on either of those, pop on over, and in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your video making day.